What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? My name is Hugo Freeman, and I am back to react to a Honest Game trailers about Bravely Default 2. And if you guys have not played Bravely Default 2, you guys should. If you have a Switch, or if you have a 3DS, you could buy the first one, Bravely Default 1, and then buy Bravely 2nd, because the game is pretty good. But if you don't like grinding for levels, then I don't think you should buy it. I think you should buy it no matter what. Okay, no, whatever. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, go.
In a time when basically every game you buy has some sort of RPG in it, and the actual genre is dominated by massive open-world games with sprawling storylines, take it back to basics with a series that's not afraid to give you the classic gameplay you want. Just playing Final Fantasy V again. Bravely Default 2. Discover the only RPG series whose title sounds like advice you'd get on a loan, as you dive into the deceptively titled third game from this format, the sequel to Bravely 2nd, that gets away from the controversial play the whole game multiple times strategy of the original, and the characters they continued into the sequel, along with all their personality, for an extremely similar cast of bland do-gooders shaped like bobbleheads, who you'll guide through a plot clearly written by an AI trained on SNES RPGs, about an amnesiac collecting element-themed crystals with some royals they just met, to prevent an apocalyptic world-ending crisis that no one else seems particularly interested in helping with, in a storyline that you can safely button through while you think about literally anything else, and gameplay that will regress you into your childhood, like an adult eating a Lunchable.
That is true.
That's a great Capri Sun, Mom. Quest across the mostly featureless overworld of standard fantasy biomes, while you scamper away Dragon Quest style from the latest reskin of the game's handful of enemies, maniacally cutting grass along the way.
I hate cutting grass. It's annoying.
Like Link at a landscaping convention, until you make it to the next long corridor dungeon, where you'll either grind your way past seemingly endless battles to reach your goal, or cheekily juke them out until you make it to the boss, and get your ass destroyed because you're underleveled and have to grind it out anyway.
That's so true. I hate that part. But it's a JRPG. What can you do? What can you do?
Then figure out the boss's literal one weakness and still spend 30 minutes chipping away at their massive health bar, until you finally take them down and get to steal their powers Mega Man style. Then get ready to rinse and repeat, because that's basically the entire game. Look,
That is true. That is true. That is the entire game.
I like RPG combat as much as the next guy, but you gotta break it up a bit. I mean, come on, give me a snowboarding minigame, or an opera house, or anything. Slice into the meat of Bravely Default 2, the combat, which is basically standard Final Fantasy except for the series' trademark system, that lets you take turns early or bank them for later on, so you can chain multiple moves together for greater effects, or in reality, so you can take 4 turns with all your guys in basic battles and try to kill everything before they attack. At least until you've had a chance to go crazy with the job system and stack some passive abilities, turning your characters into min-maxed gods that can kill everything on screen just by attacking, while also stealing their health and items and then storing them like Pokemon for later use, which turns normal fights into cakewalks and boss battles into competitions over who can get their unfair bullshit more often, in a combat system that you'd better enjoy if you're going to play this game, because it's literally 90% of it. Endless JRPG battles, a fun time for some, and endless purgatory for others. Such a duality is man. Uncover the other scraps of gameplay Bravely Default 2 tosses to you along your journey, from the numerous side quests they made annoying to find for some reason, that mostly just lead to extra fights and mini dungeons, to the obligatory card game, a strange combination of Triple Triad from FF8 and the actual game Othello, that you'll be forced to play if you want one of the job classes, or the sailing thing that lets you send your character out on expeditions while your Switch is idle, where you can accidentally break the game by collecting a bunch of stat-boosting items for free. None of which are particularly compelling, but hey, at least they don't involve hitting the attack command. The hardest battle I fought in this game is trying to stay awake. So brave up 3 times and get ready to get countered in a traditional JRPG experience that doesn't reinvent the wheel, but just brings out the same wheel. And if you just have to drown yourself in nostalgia, go replay FF7 like you were gonna do for the 300th time anyway. Because why play something new when you can just play something you know you like repeatedly? Starring Jack and Sparrow, Gloria Hole,
Gloria
Keep out of Willie.
Rolling in My Sleep, Two-Winged Angel, and maybe it's her, maybe it's Genocide.
It's Sephiroth, the old guy.
Default RPG 3, technically. You know, the voice acting is actually a big high point in the series, but did I really have to hear what this guy sounds like?
Yes, that's it. That's it.
This episode is...
Yes. Good God. Whoa. I mean, he pretty much made the point. It's a, if you don't grind and you reach the boss beats you up just like that. And then it's like, oh man, then you have to go back and grind for levels. Yeah, that is true. That is true. It can be repetitive. God dang it. But I love it. So I haven't beat the game yet. There's really no real spoilers here. So yeah. Let me see. Yeah. If you don't have this game, no, try it out. If you have a Switch, I mean, like if you don't have a Switch, I don't know why you would get it then. So, anyways, what you guys think about this trailer? If you, this video, if you like it, press like. You want to comment, go ahead, subscribe, please, and peace.